Hello everyone, and welcome to Silas Infotech. In today's video, we'll guide you through a step-by-step configuration process to set up a hub and spoke topology using FortiGate units. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to configure the units, connect remote spokes to a central hub, and troubleshoot any potential issues that may arise. Before we dive into the configuration, let's briefly explain what a hub and spoke topology is. A hub and spoke topology is a network architecture where multiple remote sites, or FortiGate units, the spokes, connect to a central firewall or gateway, the hub, to establish secure communication. This design is commonly used in VPN deployments or SD-WAN configurations, where remote offices, branch locations, or mobile devices connect back to a central location for routing, security, and policy enforcement. Key elements in hub and spoke topology in FortiGate firewalls. The hub is the central FortiGate firewall or security appliance that acts as the primary point of contact for all remote sites, spokes. The spokes are remote FortiGate firewalls or other devices located in branch offices, remote locations, or mobile users that connect to the central hub. Each spoke firewall connects securely to the hub using a VPN tunnel, typically an IPsec VPN tunnel. In this video, we'll configure the FortiGate hub and spoke setup as shown in the diagram below. As you can see, a single FortiGate unit is configured as the hub, which connects to two remote FortiGate units configured as spokes. Each unit connects to the internet via a WAN port using the PPPoE connection method. Let's get started. First, we'll begin by configuring the hub unit. Connect your management computer to the FortiGate hub unit and ensure that you can access it via the GUI. In this setup, we'll be using a dynamic domain name to access the hub unit from the remote site. For this video, we're using the FortiGate 201E model with version 7.4.5. Now, let's configure the hub unit. Step 1. Configuring the hub unit. From the navigation menu, click on VPN, then select IPsec Wizard. In the template type, select Hub and Spoke and choose Hub as the role. Enter a name for your hub unit, such as Hub, and click Next. Step 2. Authentication settings. In the authentication section, select the incoming interface for your internet connection. In this case, use the WAN port. For the authentication method, choose pre-shared key. Enter a strong pre-shared key and click Next. Step 3. Set tunnel IP address. Set up the tunnel IP address. For this video, use the default IP address, but feel free to modify it with your own IP address and subnet mask. After that, click Next. Step 4. Policy and routing configuration. In the Policy and Routing section, enter your local AS, Autonomous System ID, such as 65500. The local AS is a unique number assigned to the local network to distinguish it from others, helping establish and maintain BGP routing sessions between the hub and spokes. For the local interface, select the LAN interface, port 14. Select the appropriate interface for your setup. Under spoke type, choose individual and enter the spoke tunnel IP address. You can add multiple spokes as needed, but for this setup, configure 2 spokes. Spoke 1 tunnel IP 10.10.1.3. Spoke 2 tunnel IP 10.10.1.4. Click Next. Step 5. Review configuration. Review your configuration carefully. If everything looks correct, click Create to proceed. Step 6. Finalizing the hub configuration. These are the key configuration details that will be needed when configuring the spoke units. If you click on Show Tunnel, you'll be able to verify that the hub and spoke IPsec VPN tunnel has been successfully set up. You can review the tunnel configuration by double-clicking on it. Since we used the IPsec VPN wizard to create the hub and spoke tunnel, all necessary firewall policies are automatically added. Let's review the policies for hub-to-spoke and spoke-to-spoke communication. Reviewing firewall policies. In the incoming interface, select Hub, and in the outgoing interface, also select Hub. This means if spoke 1 wants to communicate with spoke 2, traffic from spoke 1 first travels to the hub. The hub firewall inspects and processes the traffic based on the defined security policies, firewall rules, and AD policies. If the traffic is allowed, the hub forwards it to spoke 2 via the appropriate VPN tunnel. In the source and destination, select All or specify specific addresses. In the schedule, select Always. Similarly, in the service section, you can specify selected services or choose all. Enable NAT and other security options if needed. If everything looks good, click OK. Again, review the policies for hub-to-spoke and spoke-to-hub communication. Check the incoming and outgoing interfaces, source and destination addresses, schedules, and services. In the Action field, select Accept. You can also enable NAT if necessary and apply security profiles if you have valid subscriptions. Once everything looks good, click OK. Next, we'll configure the Spoke 1 unit. From the navigation menu, click on VPN, then select IPsec Wizard. In the template type, select Hub and Spoke, choose Spoke as the role, and enter a name for your Spoke unit, such as Spoke 1. Click Next. Step 1. Enter Easy Configuration Key. To enter the Easy Configuration Key, go to the Hub unit. From the VPN menu, select IPsec Tunnels, and double-click the Hub and Spoke tunnel. In the Hub and Spoke Topology section, click the View tab. Here, you'll find the configuration key. Copy this key and then go to the Spoke 1 unit, paste it into the appropriate field, and click Apply to proceed to the next step. At this point, if the Easy Configuration Key matches, the remote IP address of your hub unit will be automatically detected. Step 2. Configure tunnel IP address and authentication. In the Incoming Interface section, select your Internet connection interface. In this case, we'll use the WAN 1 port. For the authentication method, choose either pre-shared key or signature. In this case, we'll use pre-shared key. Enter your strong pre-shared key and click Next. Now, let's set up the tunnel IP address. I'll use the default IP address for this video, but feel free to adjust the IP address and subnet mask to your preferences. Click Next. Step 3. Configure local AS. Enter your local autonomous system AS ID, such as 65500. Remember, the local AS ID should match the one configured on the hub unit. For the local interface, select your LAN, internal network, interface. In our case, it's port 1. Feel free to select the corresponding interface in your environment. Click Next to proceed. Step 4. Review configuration. Before moving on, review your configuration carefully. If everything looks correct, click Create to proceed. Step 5. Verify tunnel. Click on Show Tunnel to confirm that the Hub and Spoke IPsec VPN tunnel has been successfully set up in the Spoke 1 unit. Step 6. Review firewall policies. Since we used the IPsec VPN wizard to create the Hub and Spoke tunnel, all necessary firewall policies have been automatically added. Let's review the policy for Spoke to LAN. Click OK to save. Next, let's check the policy for Spoke 1 to remote. Enable the security profiles if you have a valid subscription. It's a good practice to enable security features to protect against ransomware and external attacks. If everything is configured correctly, click OK to proceed. Step 7. Test connectivity. Let's check if traffic can pass from the Spoke 1 unit to the hub's LAN address and vice versa. For that, go to the CLI console and type execute ping 192.168.199.1. The ping is successful. Now, let's check from the hub unit. Execute the following command. Execute ping 172.16.100.254. The ping is successful, confirming the connection. Everything looks perfect. We will now configure the Spoke 2 unit. As previously mentioned, I've already provided the LAN, internal network, and WAN information, so we'll jump directly to the Spoke unit configuration section. From the navigation menu, click on VPN, then select IPsec Wizard. In the template type, select Hub and Spoke, choose Spoke as the role, and enter a name for your Spoke unit, such as Spoke 2. Click Next. Step 1. Enter Easy Configuration Key. To enter the Easy Configuration Key, go to the Hub unit. From the VPN menu, select IPsec Tunnels. In the Hub and Spoke Topology section, click the View tab. Here, you'll find the configuration key. Copy this key and then go to the Spoke 2 unit, paste it into the appropriate field, and click Apply to proceed to the next step. At this point, if the Easy Configuration Key matches, the remote IP address of your hub unit will be automatically detected. Step 2. Configure tunnel IP address and authentication. In the Incoming Interface section, select your Internet connection interface. In this case, we'll use WAN 1. For the authentication method, select pre-shared key and enter a strong pre-shared key. Click Next. Set up the tunnel IP address. We'll use the default IP address for this video, but feel free to adjust it to your needs. Click Next. Step 3. Configure local AS. Enter your local autonomous system AS ID, which should match the one configured on the hub unit 65500. For the local interface, select the appropriate LAN internal network interface. In our case, it's LAN port. Click Next to proceed. Step 4. Review configuration. Before moving on, review your configuration carefully. If everything looks correct, click Create to proceed. Step 5. Verify tunnel. Click on Show Tunnel to confirm that the hub and spoke IPsec VPN tunnel has been successfully set up in the Spoke 2 unit. Since we used the IPsec wizard, all necessary firewall policies have been added automatically, so we do not need to review them again here. Step 6. Check connectivity between hub and Spoke 2. Finally, let's verify the connectivity between the hub and Spoke 2 units, as well as between Spoke 1 and Spoke 2. From the dashboard, go to the CLI console and execute the following commands. First, let's ping the hub unit's LAN IP address. Execute ping 192.168.199.1. The ping is successful. Now, let's ping Spoke 1 unit's LAN IP address. Execute ping 172.16.100.254. The ping is successful. Next, let's ping from Spoke 1 to Spoke 2's LAN IP address. Execute ping 192.168.100.99. The ping is successful. Now, let's verify the BGP routing status. In the FortiGate Firewall, BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, neighbors or other BGP routers with which your FortiGate device establishes a BGP session to exchange routing information. In the FortiGate Firewall, BGP paths refer to the routes that are advertised and received through BGP sessions. These paths are used to determine the best route for traffic to travel between different networks. Now, let's check the BGP neighbor's IP address and routing paths on the hub unit. On the hub unit, navigate to the network menu and click on BGP. Here, you'll see the neighbor's IP address and remote autonomous system ID. You can also click View in the routing monitor on the right pane for more details. Similarly, more information about the routing path can be found by clicking View in the routing monitor under the Paths section. Here, you can review the IP address prefix, the learned IP, next hop, origin protocol, and best path. Let's verify the routing status of the hub unit. From the dashboard, click on Network. Here, you can check all routing entries, including the gateway IP, interface administrative distance, and routing types, static, connected, or BGP. You can filter routing protocols by using the Filter section. Click the drop-down arrow next to Static and Dynamic Routing, then select BGP or choose specific filters, such as BGP Neighbors or BGP Paths. Finally, let's check the connection between the client computer connected to the hub and Spoke LAN site. We are using a client computer connected to the Spoke 1 LAN. Let's verify the IP address of this computer. Open the command prompt and type IP protocol configuration. The computer's IP address is 172.16.100.101. Now, let's try to ping the hub's LAN address. Ping 192.168.199.1. The ping is successful. Next, let's try to ping Spoke 2's LAN IP address. Ping 192.168.100.110. The ping is successful. Everything looks great. To finalize, let's verify the connection from Spoke 2 unit's client computer. First, we'll check the IP address of this computer using the IP protocol configuration command. Here we can ensure the device's IP address is 192.168.100.110. Let's ping Spoke 1 unit's LAN IP address. Ping 172.16.100.254. The ping is successful. Finally, let's ping the hub unit's LAN IP address. Ping 192.168.199.1. The ping is successful, and everything looks perfect. Finally, let's review some commands related to BGP and IPsec VPN, which help troubleshoot the hub and spoke VPN. Showroute BGP. The showroute BGP command is used in network devices that support the Border Gateway Protocol, BGP, to display the routing table entries specifically learned through BGP. This command provides a detailed view of the routes advertised and received through BGP sessions, including all relevant information necessary to understand the state and status of these routes. Show VPN IPsec Phase 1 interface. The Show VPN IPsec Phase 1 interface command is used on FortiGate devices to display detailed information about the IPsec VPN Phase 1 interfaces. Phase 1 of an IPsec VPN connection involves establishing a secure and authenticated channel between the VPN peers, which is essential before creating the actual encrypted communication tunnel in Phase 2. Show VPN IPsec Phase 2 interface. The Show VPN IPsec Phase 2 interface command is used on FortiGate devices to display detailed information about the IPsec VPN Phase 2 interfaces. Phase 2 of an IPsec VPN involves establishing the actual encrypted tunnel, which is used to securely transmit data between the VPN peers. Show Firewall Policy. The Show Firewall Policy command on a FortiGate device is used to display the current firewall policies configured on the system. Firewall policies, also known as access control rules, dictate the flow of traffic between different network segments by specifying which traffic is allowed or denied. Additionally, we can review the routing entries from the GUI by going to the FortiGate dashboard. Select Network, then click on Routing Options, where you will find all the routing entries and routing protocols like BGP, static, or connected. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Silas Infotech. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting tech content. See you in the next video.